What is up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you the Wrestling Roundtable. This is going to be my Elimination Chamber 2013 preview and predictions. As always, with me is my co-host.
Alistair, what's up, everybody? This is the season to be jolly.
Yes, it is. WrestleMania season. We're almost there. We're almost on the road to WrestleMania. And I cannot wait till the road to WrestleMania. But first, we have to get through the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Only one chamber match this year. Not really too exciting. Do you wish there was another chamber match on this card?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I always liked the chamber match, and it should be featured more. But at least the one chamber match is very unpredictable this year. I will say that.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I see like 4 winners in that chamber match, but we're going to talk about that later, because first we're going to start off with the United States title match. Cesaro, the champion, taking on the challenger, The Miz. They had this match on the pre-show of the Royal Rumble. I don't know why, but I wish they kind of kept this feud for WrestleMania, because I feel Cesaro could have done a better job facing The Miz at a WrestleMania, but maybe they want to go in a different direction with Cesaro in the near future. But for like his WrestleMania opponent. But what do you think about this match? I think it could be kind of okay. Like I saw the pre-show match and it was okay at best.
Well, hopefully Miz doesn't get hurt again, because I think that happened last time. Right?
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Miz got hurt.
I'm a big fan of both guys. I know Miz is on the end of...
Hello?
Because he dropped Punk guys. I really like... And maybe, this is me wishful thinking. Maybe Christian comes back and, Christian Cesaro Mania.
Well, yeah, isn't Cesaro's technically a SmackDown superstar, right? Or is,
yeah, he is. But I think he injured Christian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. So it would be a good setup for Cesaro to happen, especially Christian is a former world champion. Because I want Cesaro to pay. I don't even care. I know Jack Swagger's world title reign is kind of forgettable. But I just want him to face a former world champion at WrestleMania with the U.S. title on the line. I feel that's
an opponent.
Yeah, I just want a guy that is at least legit enough for him to face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, for all you guys watching in Germany, I forgot you guys don't call this Elimination Chamber. No Escape 2013. My bad, guys. Yeah, I don't know why they can't say Elimination Chamber in Germany. I guess so it's called No Escape. I just read that, so I'm like, oh my god, I should be kind to all the Germany people out there and call it No Escape 2013. So yeah, but I agree with you.
TNA pay-per-view. No Escape.
Yeah, no, that does sound like a TNA pay-per-view. No Escape, live on pay-per-view. You ain't escaping Hulk Hogan, brother.
I do expect Cesaro to go. He has such a great run with the U.S. It kind of reminds me of Cody Rhodes with the IT title, but I think Cesaro's made more of an impact with the U.S. title than Cody did with the Intercontinental title.
I agree. I felt like Cesaro, the person he won it off of was like a loser and like a complete joke. Like he beat Santino Marella for it. And at first I just thought, oh my god, why Santino? If they would have kept Zack Ryder as U.S. champion for the longest time and Cesaro would have beat Ryder, I felt that would have been a bigger rub. It would have been so much better for Cesaro. And he literally, to be honest, he was just making all these lame American jokes that I've heard in the past. And then all of a sudden he started rubbing off me. And then he just become better as 2013 started. He's become so much better.
A lot of people were down and they're like, oh, forget about this guy. Not forget about him, but just stop this push with him. But then he just got more aggressive. He just started really becoming a true heel instead of making the 5 language BS. You know what I mean? He just started making more of an impact.
Yeah, he just started to change his character up. He just started to become more interesting to watch. No doubt he was fun to watch in the ring, but it was just he wasn't overall the impact star you thought he was going to be, because Claudio, aka Antonio, is supposed to be, the guy that a lot of people thought would make an impact, and he's showing it right now in this U.S. title run that he can. Hopefully, he doesn't get the Cody Rhodes treatment where he just disappears off the face of the earth after this. Because I hope not, because he's definitely he's definitely a guy now that I'm considering that could win the Money in the Bank for either Raw or SmackDown, whatever the brand he is on. He's definitely a guy I'm saying that can win the Money in the Bank briefcase and actually become world champion maybe next year or later this year because he has the possibility of doing really good things. And I say the reason being is because he has no dumb girl by his side. Take notes, Dolph Ziggler. Take notes. You don't need Vicky Guerrero and AJ Lee.
Exactly. We'll talk about that after, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely dive into that.
I thought he was a manager, but then he's just. It hasn't been all the mic work. It's he's making an impact. Like I thought the Miz team with Ric Flair he did was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the stuff he did with Flair, not Flair, Miz last week. Throwing into there. Awesome.
Yeah, right. He's like definitely getting up there to like he's going to be something big time in the near future for the WWE, and they can't just mess up with this guy. Like they can't have him lose a U.S. title in a lame way. And if he does somehow lose a U.S. title in such a lame way, that's when I know like they already messed up with this guy, and he cannot go back to the U.S. title. Like that's what they did wrong with Cody Rhodes, I think. Was that they made Cody Rhodes, after he lost to the Big Show, go back to the IC title. And it's like, he doesn't need to go back to the IC title. He can just, go for the world title. He's been built up well enough. But they made him go backwards. You can't make Cesaro go backwards. He must move up to keep his chain in greatness for the WWE, That's what he needs to do. Keep going up. He can't go backwards.
Oh, of course. That's why, so you look at that like Kofi, he's kind of done that, right?
Yeah, no, Kofi has done that Kofi's done that through his whole career. His whole career is backwards. He keeps going backwards. You think Kofi Kingston's actually going to do shit, and then he just goes backwards.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you think, I think earlier in 2000, around the fall 2012, he had the IC run, and maybe he has some momentum, and now he's just doing nothing.
Yeah, now he's definitely in the doghouse. He must have done something.
I just think he just had to get the paycheck and get a push here and there, whatever.
All right. So we're both predicting Antonio Cesaro to retain his U.S. Championship. Up next, the most exciting match of the evening, Caitlyn versus Tamina Snuka. Yeah, our thoughts are pretty much silent about this. I thought Tamina was supposed to get a push when feuding with AJ, with Vicky Guerrero, but I guess that didn't happen. Honestly, I don't care what happens with this Divas division match. Just have Caitlyn retain and do something with it. I don't know.
Brain making change. I don't know.
The only way I can find this entertaining is if somehow Caitlyn and Tamina start making out.
We've seen divisions dead in the past, but the tag division's been dead in most cases. But have you ever seen a division like this just dead?
Yeah.
Just dead. Literally.
This division, seriously, they need a lot of rebuilding to make this division interesting. Because it always just seems like the similar Diva formula. Oh, we're gonna bring in one little bimbo once in a blue moon. She's gonna get a push. She's either gonna get pushed so far down our throats that we stop caring about her, or she's not gonna get pushed at all to the point where we're saying, why isn't she a Divas champion? That's pretty much the Divas division. And so they don't have any subplot. There's no plots or storylines in this. It's just if you're the Divas champion, just expect to wrestle some stupid idiot on the pay-per-view. And that's pretty much what they expect. We thought, oh my god, Divas of Doom, back in 2 years ago. Oh my god, Divas of Doom. Fucking awesome. And all of a sudden, Natalya now is the Punjabi princess, and Beth Phoenix is no longer in the WWE. So it's all the Divas left. Kelly left. Eve left, fucking Divas of Doom, half of the Divas of Doom have left, Karma has left, all the Divas have left. And so, the Divas division is, slowly just becoming a terrible, it's becoming the Charlotte Bobcats. That's what the Divas division is becoming, the Charlotte Bobcats. Yeah, they have some talent in there, but they're not being utilized well. It's they don't know what they're doing with it. They're, making all wrong decisions. Yeah, is Caitlyn getting better? Sure. But what has Tamina done? Tamina should have been a Divas champion a long time ago. And yet they're finally thinking, oh, let's put her in here? Why? I mean, she's the former daughter of Jimmy Snuka. You don't think she could probably be a high flyer that the Divas division is missing? AJ, one of the most talented Divas. You're wasting her by making her into some stupid slut that's making out with every guy. Like, none of these divas, and I was watching my good buddies Off the Rope Show's Q&As, they said none of these divas have like the Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler factor to them where it's like, wow, I would, do nasty things to this girl. Like, none of these, and they can actually wrestle. Like, I don't think people understand this. The Divas division is important because it's supposed to not only, entertain us men in different ways, but also to help to entertain women, give women something different in professional wrestling. Just show women that, hey, you women can do this too. It's supposed to, women have their favorite divas. Like, if you know a woman and they watch wrestling, they're most likely going to watch the Divas division and John Cena shirtless and Jeff Hardy shirtless or whoever's a hot guy shirtless pretty much. But you know that the Divas division is going to be something they're into. So I just don't know why they don't put effort into this. It just makes me sick sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like the crazy part is that you have AJ and Natalia both playing like manager roles or whatever roles they are when they're the most talented workers, right?
Yeah, they're the most talented in there.
I think Caitlyn in that role because she's just like some big bulky girl. I think they're trying to think she's the next Beth Phoenix or something, but she's really not. I don't see anything.
Yeah, and then like Oksana and who was it? Like it was on fucking Superstars. Oksana and I think Rosa Mendez or some shit were all like, oh yeah, we want to be Brodus Clay's next dancers. And then Cameron, Naomi, she's actually pretty damn good. And she doesn't even get a chance because she's too busy shaking her booty. I don't mind that, but shaking her booty. Or is it Cameron who's actually good? Whichever one was on NXT Season 3. Was that the Divas season? I don't even know. Nor do I really care that much. But they need to bring, something. Like, I don't care if the diva is hot as hell. I just want something that is storyline driven. Like, we need storylines like Dawn Marie and Tori Wilson, like where Al Wilson died. Yeah, that was a corny storyline, but it was crazy as hell looking back on it. Or Jamie Noble and Nydia. Who remembers Jamie Noble and Nydia? That storyline was fucking hilarious. Like, Nydia was all blind and shit like that. That was hilarious. And then, like, Beth Phoenix and Trish Stratus. Not Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus. Beth Phoenix, Mickey James. Mickey James and Trish Stratus. Mickey James and Trish Stratus. Like, we had a lot of great storylines. And now it's just like we have nothing. Like, Molina and Trish Stratus at one time. Like, we just need, like, divas to actually have, like, backstories and so we care about them. But I think we went on way too long. Alan, do you got Caitlyn winning it?
I guess. Because honestly, like, Tamina winning it would just be like, why? But then again, like anything this match wise, no one's gonna react. So it's just a message.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna move on forward to the third encounter. I don't know why the fuck they're doing this for the third time. I mean, when you have a last man standing match at the last pay-per-view, I think that it is going to be the last match. We're getting Del Rio versus the Big Show again.
I don't hate this. I really don't.
I don't hate it. I just don't understand the logic behind it. I think the only reason why they're doing this in a way is just because I don't know if this is hinting adult cash-in, which could lead to...
I know. I want to get Del Rio more over. And as much as we don't like the Big Show, you got to admit the guy is cutting good promos and he gets major heat. And, they're still established already.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, I would understand a Dolph cash-in, but only the Big Show was champion, and this is why. Because, obviously, you're going to get older viewers, watching these pay-per-views. Like, the viewers back in the Attitude Era, just because The Rock is going to be wrestling on the show. People are going to be tuning in and buying the pay-per-view because of The Rock. And I'm just trying to think to myself here, if they really want Ziggler to get over, if you internet fans really think they wanted Ziggler to get over, wouldn't you want Ziggler to be, a guy that people know, like people in the past can say, oh my God, that was a Big Show. I remember when he used to kick like Triple H's and DX's ass. Like, wouldn't you want people that know who the Big Show is, like for Ziggler to be? Like, you need Ziggler to, like, get a rub off something. Like, most of these people don't even know who fucking Alberto Del Rio is. That's not a knock on Del Rio. It's just that he's not really that popular. I mean, sure, if this was, like, Eddie Guerrero versus Big Show, it could work either way, but it's not. It's Del Rio versus the Big Show. And like you said, they need Del Rio to keep on getting over. They gave him the world championship for a reason. Don't make this like him being the transitional champion, because then that shows you have no trust in Del Rio and you're already giving up on him. Like they did with his WWE title run, they gave up on him too early. They didn't give him that long, nice title run to make him feel like the WWE champion. They just gave him some short BS that no one cared about. You need to get him over. You need to show that Alberto Del Rio is the world heavyweight champion. Like, have him beat the Big Show here by like submission. And if Dolph cashes in, it's the wrong place. It is the wrong time. Dolph Ziggler right now is not ready to be the world heavyweight champion. He's not. I don't care what any of y'all say. He is not ready to be a world heavyweight champion. Right now, the dude.
I'm mixed about that. But if there's anything that's really wrong with all Ziggler is that AJ and Big E have totally killed his buzz.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
trying
what.
to defend him, but honestly, at this point, he just needs to turn face. He really does.
I'm agreeing with that. I agree. He needs to turn face because thing is, people want to cheer Ziggler, and WWE knows this. So what do? They have AJ Lee, who is going to be their next Golden Girl. You're guessing turn on the Golden Boy John Cena himself, hoping that would give Ziggler heel heat. And they know that most of the WWE universe, like, I don't know why, beats off to AJ Lee. Like, she looks like a 13-year-old. I don't know how you got, like, yeah, she's cute in some aspects, but she's like that one girl that you know in one of your classes that, like, yeah, she has a cute little body. She's nice and little. She's small. She's kind of cute. But it's not really a girl that you would say, hey, look at this girl. She's so hot. Like,
this is Trish Stratus.
Yeah, like, she's not like Trish Stratus. It's like the thing is with Dolph, like, Big E comes in, and they fucking ruined his character already by making him into a total, like, black dumbass. Like, they treat him like a comedy act. AJ is just, like, fucking everyone. And then Ziggler, he's just, like, he's still not showing impact. He's still not showing, like you said, impact. Cesaro is showing more impact. Hell, Jack Swagger coming fucking back is showing a little bit more impact right now than Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is not showing me he needs to be more.
Example, but okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, Jack Swagger right now, he's actually doing shit. He's actually, like, he cut a pretty decent promo on Raw. Like, he's actually doing shit that's like, okay, I must see what this guy is going to be doing next. Like, Ziggler's not doing anything. He's just, like, stuck in a rock in a hard place. Like, he's just, like, not doing anything for me to say world champion. I know a lot of you guys want to see him world champion just because he's talented, and you guys feel like he got screwed many, many times with that stupid... I believe he got screwed with that whole stupid Edge bullshit. Then again, I'm not the hugest Edge fan you'll meet. So, in all honesty here, I don't think Ziggler should cash in. I don't think... If Ziggler cashes in, it's just too soon, too early.
I wouldn't hate it, but I do think they should do more to establish Del Rio, but Agreed. I can say that I can't decline that Ziggler Jericho. I want to see that, so I can't. I wouldn't.
You can still do that at Mania, like you can still.
It definitely could, but if Ziggler cashes in, I wouldn't. But I said a big time heel. Let's say they're force feeding right now. They're trying to edge Lita, and they simply can't. Lita. AJ's not. Baby, Lita had the tattoos, and it did help in a real life situation. But and then I would hate a cash in, but
I just feel like that's too soon for a cash in for him because it's not like AJ Lee did something so scandalous that's like, oh my god, I have to hate AJ. No, like people still like her. Dolph Ziggler doesn't do any what does Dolph Ziggler actually do to make you say, man, I hate that dick on TV? What does he actually do? Does he do anything to make you actually think, man, I hate that person?
That's a good question.
Like, that's what a heel is supposed to do. A heel is supposed to make you say, man, I hate this person. Oh, shit.
Pretty much. Like, look at Cesaro, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, Cesaro's doing stuff like... Cesaro's doing stuff that's like, man, what a fucking prick. And then it's like, Ziggler. Oh, he's making out with AJ. Okay. Oh, Biggie Langston. Okay. Like, what is he doing that says, man, what a fucking asshole? Like, that's what you got to put into like CM Punk. He does something small, like not shake a little kid's hand. You just say, man, what a fucking asshole. Ziggler doesn't do that. He just comes out and goes, I'm fucking shaking my hips doing a handstand. I think that's pretty cool that you can do a handstand during a match. I don't think that's being a dick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. Both not really that believable, like we've been saying. And I think Mania or after Mania very tough. I'm starting to lean more to be a bad, but I really don't think so. Because when was the last time you seen like somebody like kind of get this misused? I do think Dolph's really misused. I think Christian Joseph was really misused.
The most misused person I've seen since Dolph was like MVP, Shelton Benjamin numerous of times.
What about Punk in 2010? I got up straight to
yeah. Punk in 2000. Don't forget, Batista was still around in 2000. No, he wasn't around.
We're just thinking this, but how about we get back to the match? There is a match going on.
Oh yeah, well, like you said, like Del Rio needs this more because like Big Show, he's run his course, and I don't even know what they're gonna do with Big Show at Mania. In all honesty, that's the sad part because like you need Big Show on Mania doing something, and I don't know what they're gonna do with him. And Del Rio, you gotta see the problem is because like I just look at the Elimination Chamber match, and there's not one guy that I want to see face Alberto Del Rio for the world title at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, I'm being dead honest. I really look at all of them, and it's like this guy no, this guy yes, this guy no, this guy no, not really. Like it's just not like I want to see Del Rio versus this person at WrestleMania. You know.
Well, then what do you do? You don't want Ziggler to cash in. You don't want Del Rio to. What do you want to see? Big Show?
No, I don't even want to see Big Show face any. Big Show. It was like that one time where it was No Way Out 2005 when I was a little kid, and like Big Show's like, oh, I'm gonna face the winner of the #1 contenders match for the title at WrestleMania. Even though I hated JBL at the time, I didn't want to see Big Show versus John Cena.
That's the barbed wire cage match.
Yeah, the barbed wire cage match. Great.
That was a pretty cool concept.
That was a good match too, because like at the end you thought Big Show won, and all of a sudden he's like, and still, and you're like, oh fuck. See, that's the thing.
That was such a great deal.
I don't know how. I think Del Rio should just retain, but I just don't want it. I just don't want it to face one. Really, to be honest here, one individual is one person I don't want it to face at the elimination in the Elimination Chamber. So let's talk about the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match.
This is the match I'm most excited for. Just because I love unpredictable matches, and I love how there's been no spoilers, no nothing, and I'm trying to avoid it, and nothing's come out so far. So I'm really excited for this match, even more than seeing about Punk Rock.
Yeah, same here. Got like Jack Swagger versus Chris Jericho versus Daniel Bryan versus Kane versus Mark Henry versus Randy Orton. Already, we can eliminate Jack Swagger winning this match, but I think Jack.
I agree with that, but there's been buzz that people actually expect Swagger to win. What do you think? I don't think, but there's been buzz. Oh, Jack Swagger is a Del Rio. You know, we're going to disrespect the Mexicans. We're going to make that world title for you.
That would be actually a throwback to Sergeant Slaughter Hulk Hogan, where Hulk Hogan disrespected the Americans.
The issue is that Swagger's been jobber the past 2 years, and it would not be believable.
Yeah.
There's some buzz that he might win, but I'm shocked. You just said right away, nope, Swagger's not winning.
I feel that he's going to be in the match for a long period of time. I definitely think that he's going to be in the match longer than Daniel Bryan or Kane for that matter, but I don't think he's going to be an Impact. Chris Jericho is definitely, would you say, one of the winners of this match?
He's one of my two guys.
Yeah, well, I know who the other two is. The other one is Daniel Bryan. He's a dark horse, kind of. Like, you could see him winning it, but...
Look, everybody loves Daniel Bryan, but I just don't see him winning. He's going to be a workhorse. I will be shocked if he's not one of the first two guys.
Yeah, no, same here. That's what I'm saying. Swagger could outlast either him or King, because you know Hell No is going to be doing some shenanigans in the Elimination Chamber. You know something's going to happen, like Daniel Bryan's going to roll up Kane, or Kane's going to choke slam Bryan. You know something is going to happen.
Swagger will, like, tap him out or something. But yeah, I could totally see that.
Kane, he's not winning.
I love Kane, but
no. No, Kane's not winning at all. Mark Henry. Is Mark Henry the other guy you're talking about, or is it?
Hell yeah.
There we go. Mark Henry, definitely. That's the other guy.
I have been a big Mark Henry fan for the past 2 years. And think about this. It's my logic because, we got Orton coming up. Yeah. Mark Henry has created more buzz and more, reaction the past 2 weeks than Randy Orton has done in the past year.
Yeah, exactly. No, because, Mark Henry, dude, seriously, it was, 3 years ago or something. This dude was coming out in a red jumpsuit. People were calling him the Kool-Aid Man. No one was taking this fucker seriously. And I remember when it was the WWE draft show, when Mark Henry got drafted to SmackDown. I remember I was talking to someone back in the old days of MSN. I messaged him and I said, Mark Henry's going to turn heel. What predictability? We ain't going to get shit out of this. And this one person was like, nah, it ain't going to happen. Mark Henry turns heel, and I was totally right about that because it was predictable. Why would Mark Henry be on SmackDown in the first place? They need some heel on there. So I just literally thought, we're not going to get anything from Mark Henry. All of a sudden, we get a badass Mark Henry. He's injuring people. He's kicking ass. He's making people look legit. He's like a Mark Henry that was feuding with Batista in 2006. Well, was about to feud. They never really had a feud, in all honesty. So, yeah. But Mark
Henry so much though. He's one of the few heels that gets a reaction, a bigger, decent reaction. Yeah. And he's believable. That's the thing. When you see that he's going to make a big... when you look at a guy like Biggie Langston Henry, Henry has a look. He's believable. He has a black... He has a beard. And I love trash talking in matches when he says, that's what I do, or something. Or, whatever trash talk he does.
And then when you hear his theme music, like that 3-6 Mafia shit, you just hear that shit. It's like, somebody go to get... It's like that's hard music, and you're like, man, this guy could probably kill me. I think I've told this story a couple of times to most people, but it was at Money in the Bank. I was watching it with a couple of friends, 2011, and none of them, watch wrestling all that much. So when Mark Henry put the chair on the Big Show's leg and jumped on it, everyone's like, whoa, that's so mean. Oh, that looked like it hurt. And I'm just sitting there oh, shit, yeah, I should probably react damn. Mark Henry, definitely. I'm high on Mark Henry. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Del Rio, just because we've never seen it. We haven't seen it.
The fresh feud, and it could help get the room over because Henry is a big time. I think I consider him a big time. Yeah, he could beat a Sharon Ricardo, and no.
Yeah, I and Mark Henry can still go in the ring. It's not like Mark Henry's a bad worker. I mean, remember
good year left then, or 2 years.
Yeah, remember Randy Orton versus Mark Henry? That was a pretty good match. And then when Randy Orton lost, everyone was shocked. They're like, what just happened? Mark Henry won the World Heavyweight title?
What it should be.
So, and then the last person, of course, my boy, Randy Orton. In all honesty, this is going to surprise most people. I don't want Randy Orton to win this match. I don't want to see Orton versus Del Rio. I don't. We've seen too many matches with these two fuckers. I don't want to see them wrestle one more time ever in my life. I'm done with Del Rio Orton matches. If anyone else was world champion, I would be like, Orton is someone I would not mind seeing win. But if Orton somehow wins, it's going to be very painful for me. Very, very painful for me.
See, Orton always has a chance. He's Randy Orton, he has a chance. He's on the third most likely for me after Eric Henry. But like you said, we just saw what Orton Del Rio in October was botch fest. I don't know if you remember how it was pretty, they had some big time botches. And I'm supposed to believe it's going to be better because their roles are switched. Because Randy Orton's going to be this great heel. And look, Orton has proved he's a good heel, but am I supposed to think that it's going to help get the real more over?
In all honesty, if you want to turn Orton heel, have him face Sheamus,
perfect,
or Ryback, or anyone. Just have him face one of those two.
Not sure on Ryback. Ryback, he's still got to beat him undefeated. Sheamus, he could lose clean, and I don't think it'll look bad. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a guy that you can just make him lose clean. It's Orton just doesn't need the world title right now. Give him a chance. Mark Henry or Jericho are definitely winning this match. The thing is to me, Jericho, he's just basically doing what he did for Punk if he wins this match. And I don't know, maybe give it to Mark Henry more than Jericho, I would say.
I would absolutely love Mark Henry to win, but, Jericho in a big title match. I don't think anyone can really hate on that, right?
Yeah, no one can hate on it. It's just kind of like he's just doing the same thing that, like, I agree. I think I'm going with Mark Henry. I want Mark Henry to win this more.
I'm rooting for I love Mark Henry to win, but if I had to put my mind on something, like I would lean towards Jericho because I do think Jericho Ziggler they want to make that they want to stretch out that angle.
Mm-hmm.
I make a legit prediction, but
why not?
Don't count out Randy Orton because he has been getting. I think he's lost like the last 2 weeks, right? Mark Henry's beat the hell out of him the last 2 weeks.
So. Yeah, so I'm going with Mark Henry just because I feel like it makes more sense to have Del Rio and Mark Henry than Orton and Del Rio, and then Jericho Del Rio. Like you said, they want to Jericho Ziggler. Why not just do? I know they did it at TLC, but Jericho versus Ziggler for the Money in the Bank. At least it's a ladder match. It'll be cool.
I'm leaning towards Jericho, and I do think Dolph will catch him. I just think that if I had to put myself, I don't like it. Believe me, I love to see Mark Henry get that one more shot, but I do think they want to have Jericho one more time in that role with Ziggler.
Mark Henry never got his one-on-one rematch. You remember that, people. He never got his one-on-one rematch. But I'm going with Mark Henry.
I'm really looking forward to this match, by the way.
Yeah, no, this match is going to be good. Like, this match is going to...
so much better than last year.
Fuck, what was last year's match? Like...
Santino Morella.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Bryan's... Santino Morella's magical comeback. There we go. Yeah. Like, that was like a random match. And then the Raw Chamber last year wasn't even that good.
Jericho got eliminated weird. Miz was sloppy. Cole Felix sloppy. Dolph got eliminated too early. And Punk. It's my 10-second recaps.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's like,
It sucked last time. When I look at this chamber, some people are like, good. It's like good.
It's pretty good.
Last year sucked. Cena vs. Kane was the main event. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yo, no. Eve, come to the dark side. But no, this chamber match is definitely a lot better. The talent is definitely there, too. I don't know if anything's going to beat the Raw Chamber in 08, or was it the Raw Chamber, or was it the SmackDown Chamber in 09? I don't think anything's going to beat that chamber in the PG era, because those chambers were legit.
I watched the New Year's Revolution from 05 today.
Oh,
wow.
That's
first chamber. That's phenomenal. You have Triple H, Batista, Orton, Edge, Jericho, and Benoit. Just phenomenal.
And the Satan's Prison DVD, and anyone who owns this knows this, they blur out Benoit's name. They don't show his nameplate. He's just in the match, so it's like kind of awkward. So like they edit it really well. So it's not like JR's in mid sentence like, oh, Randy Orton's hitting, and oh my god, like it's like his name is not even mentioned. Like it's not even blurred. It's like oh, look at those vicious chops in the corner, and man, the rabid Wolverine is doing work. It's like wow.
Yeah, and Benoit, I think Benoit was that match for 40 minutes.
Yeah, Benoit was in there for a long time, and then Randy Orton almost made the miraculous comeback to win it all.
Yeah, the one thing I like about the match is Puerto Rico, and that crap sucked.
I remember I didn't find out it was still Puerto Rico until they were counting down in Spanish. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, it's in Puerto Rico. Another good chamber match is also not the first one was pretty good. What was that one? Not the Cena one. It was recent. I can't remember what year. All the chamber matches are in a blur to me. The one where Triple H and Undertaker, they were the final two. Was that the SmackDown 09 one? Did I mention earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I already mentioned that one. So Raw Chamber. But anyways, moving on forward, we got one of the two main events, you could say. The Shield, who basically just come out and attack people, taking on the Breakfast Club, Ryback, John Cena, and Sheamus. And we don't even know if this is just a regular six-man tag or Elimination Chamber match. They don't know what they want to do with this match. So I'm guessing it's just a six-man tag. And honestly, I made a video on this. The Shield needs to win. They need to make an impact somehow, some way. But WWE booked themselves in a corner here because they have their Royal Rumble winner in this match. And you can't make the Royal Rumble winner look like shit, especially since the Royal Rumble winner is going to be facing either The Rock or CM Punk or both at WrestleMania. So, yeah, in all honesty, I feel the Shield should win. And the Shield need to be in more matches. I'm tired of them just attacking people. I understand They want to make an impact, but like, why not do matches? Like, these guys are talented. It's not like these guys suck in the ring. I understand if it was like Eugene, Santino Marella, and like who else sucks? Like Gobbledygooker in a club, and you don't want them to wrestle. But this is like Roman Reigns, who's a good talent, Seth Rollins, who's a good talent, and Dean Ambrose, who's a good talent, and they can wrestle. And why isn't this like a hardcore match? Like, why is this a regular 6-man tag? That's boring.
Maybe it will be. It's been a poor job in making this, like, giving it like legit matches. I'll be shocked if it's just for regular 6-man tags. So they gotta make it look like similar to the TLC match where it's just, action everywhere. I know you were a little critical of that match, John Blaine. I do think it was a little too much spotty.
No, I just hated the part where Rollins' spot, like where the whole thing, like where Rollins' spot was just overshadowed. Like, I just hated that it was just so dumb that they made Rollins, like, he did the 6th spot, but they don't show a replay of that afterwards. They don't pause the match. They don't tell the story right. Like, that Dean Ambrose and, like, you're supposed to say Ryback is a legit beast. Ryback does that. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns should be shitting their fucking pants. They shouldn't be like, oh, we're just going to take on Daniel Bryan. No, they should stand there, look, and say, holy shit, we better finish this off before this fucker comes back to the ring. And that's where it fails. And I'm tired of people that say, oh, Ryback no-sells all the time. You know what? Go rewatch that match, indie fans. Go fucking rewatch that match. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins no-sold half the fucking time. I don't want to hear about no-selling with Ryback or any of these other WWE guys you hate because you don't feel like they're ready for some odd reason. Go watch that match again. Huh?
No, Ryback's booked to be a guy that no-sells. He's a monster.
Exactly. It's like Mark Henry. Mark Henry, like, no-sells a dropkick. Oh. Well, what do you expect? You think Rey Mysterio is going to take down Mark Henry? Like, what? Like,
I think Sheamus is bad. He's pretty.
Like, Sheamus has no excuse to no-sell. Like, he's not big. He's not, like, broody. Like, Sheamus actually has improved with the whole no-selling thing. But, like, don't complain about no-selling about, certain superstars when other superstars do the same thing. Like, that's another thing. Don't be biased when watching this match. I'm staying away from Twitter during this match. Just this match alone. Just because I know so many people are going to be biased towards this match. And I understand why. I understand most of you guys are Ryback fans and you guys do like the Ryback character. I understand that. I understand most of you guys still do like Sheamus. That some people just influenced you to hate Sheamus during the world title reign because it felt like Super Cena 2.0. And I do understand that most of you guys do hate John Cena because he's a boring character. But I understand more that the internet loves the Shield more than anything else. And I just said this in my video. Why is the Shield trying to fix the injustice in the WWE? Isn't that more of a good guy thing? Like, Alan, don't you think that's more of a good guy thing, trying to fix the injustice in the world of the WWE?
Yeah, but you know how they try to, like, change that up? It's because, do it against Cena, the guy everybody loves, so the injustice makes them look like bad guys, pretty much. Some weird sport. Honestly, I think they could have gone with a better moniker for the Shield or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think the Shield...
They're good, though, right now. I like them a lot.
No, I don't think they're bad. Like, I like the Shield. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't hate the Shield. I don't think the Shield is garbage. I just think that sometimes their morals can be deceiving to most people. Because most people are like, well, then why are they a bad guy group? Like, I think that what they do with them, that they're doing a good job with them. Like, I really do feel that they do have an impact in the near future for, the WWE. I believe all three guys will be doing something either slightly minimum or slightly big for the WWE. So, I really do feel that they do have something to bring. That's why I want them to win. Because I know that if they don't win this match, they're just going to be not an impact. People want to see John Cena lose. It's like... when you get those crazy...
Like the Nexus to SummerSlam when they lost.
Yeah, it's like... Let me just tell you something. It's like the crazy UFC fans that want to see Anderson Silva lose for whatever reason, or want to see Well, a lot of people want to see GSP lose because most people don't think he's the best welterweight in the world. But
people.
Yeah, he doesn't really kill people. Like some people want to see John Jones lose. Those are pretty much the dominant champions. Or like back in the day when everyone wanted to see Fedor lose, like the Fedor haters, they were like, "Oh, I want to see Fedor lose. I want to see if Fedor can lose." And then he finally loses, and everyone was all happy, and everything in the world was just like upside down. That's what people want with John Cena. But that's the problem. If John Cena did not win the Royal Rumble, I wouldn't be ranting about this as much. But since he did, you can't have him lose this. It's a double-edged sword in a lot of sense, because you can't. You're like, how am I supposed to believe Cena now, like Mr. Superman himself, if he couldn't beat the Shield, can beat The Rock or CM Punk or both? You know?
In a perfect world, one of the Shield members would pin Sheamus, and it would make sense. But I just got a feeling Cena's going to pin Dean Ambrose, and everything's not going to go to hell.
Yeah, no, because like seriously, like I said this in my video, pinning Sheamus is not going to help the Shield all too much. It's not going to help the Shield all too much.
I agree, but they're not going to have Cena or Ryback take the pin, man. That's just
that's the dumb part. It's like
I agree. It sucks.
It's like Cena should, like Ryback is a star in the making. Don't get him pinned. Sheamus, he still is a future star in the making. Don't get him pinned. Who's already the star and the big guy? It's Cena. He should be the one taking the fall. But Cena learned in the school of Triple H. And in that school, you don't lose to jobbers. So, in all honesty, I want the Shield to win. Don't get me wrong. I want the Shield to win 100% because I feel they need to make a bigger impact, and I feel their impact will be long lasting if they win this match. But
they have gotten in the last 2 weeks they before they have ran away, so that's a positive. So if I had to pick, I'm gonna say they pin Sheamus. I really do, but just they just make it an objective to keep pushing Cena. They want to make Cena look like a legitimate threat to win the title. So it's really a toss up.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if Sheamus did get pinned. Would like Sheamus be all pissed off, and Sheamus be like, "Oh, I'm pissed off," blah blah blah, or something. I don't know.
You know, it's a rumor that they said maybe the Shield will get a new member, maybe bring up Bray Wyatt or Cassius Ono, or I hate that name. Chris Hero.
KO. That's probably like out of all the WWE names, maybe Pac has a terrible name too. I think not really.
Was the worst thing ever.
But Cassius Ono is just hard to say. In all honesty, it's just annoying. It's like
Cassius Ono.
I hope they just call him KO when he comes, because like that's what he does. He goes KO. So hopefully,
a lot of people compare him to Barrett and say that not wrestling, but everyone says like Barrett and Ono kind of like the same gimmick.
Oh, real? Well, he is like his scene is like about knocking people out, and like Barrett. Who cares about Barrett's gimmick? Barrett is like Barrett's in Kofi Kingston land.
Yeah,
he's in Kofi Kingston land, and I feel bad because like both those two are really talented, but they're in Kofi Kingston land. Hopefully, Cesaro does not enter Kofi Kingston land. Sandow does not enter Kofi Kingston land. Rhodes is almost in Kofi Kingston land. He's almost there.
He's in Kofi Kingston land.
No, not yet. You know when
one. I don't remember.
No. You'll know when he's in Kofi Kingston land because he'll be losing to people every week on TV, and then afterwards he will be going for the IC title, even though you know he's already won it. That's when you know he's in Kofi Kingston land.
That's a good point.
That you know people that are in Kofi Kingston land. Kofi Kingston land is not a fun place. As much as boom Kofi Kingston brings, it's not a fun place. It is not the place to be. You don't want to be in Kofi Kingston land. Anyways, I forgot to mention. This podcast is also sponsored by Brooke Hogan's Legs. Yes, Brooks Hogan's Legs. I'm jealous of you, Billy Ray. I wish I had those legs around my hip every single day.
I want to let people know that I did not approve or condone this.
I asked Hulk Hogan himself. He said, "Go right for it, brother." But anyways, I want to know, are we going to get... I remember last year we got it, but I want to know, are we going to get somehow, some way, a Triple H sighting?
Ooh.
Are we going to get my hero to come to the ring and save us from Brock Lesnar?
I don't know if there's going to be any time, because think about it, they're going to have 3 matches that need at least go a half hour.
But we need Triple H to save us from Brock Lesnar.
We need Triple H doing the good job he's doing as the operating guy. Because I think Triple H is doing a good job so far.
Oh, yeah. Outside of the industry, let me just say this. in character, I'll laugh at Triple H as much as I want, just because he's funny as hell coming out here, always trying to be like the guy to save the world. He is the guy. Like Triple H, I would compare to in this. Who could I? I don't know. He's like just the savior of us all, but like that's what Triple H does. But outside of the industry, Triple H is a fucking genius. He got us Bruno Sammartino into the Hall of Fame. You know, you can't hate the guy outside of the wrestling world because of that. But Alan, have you seen Shane McMahon lately? Did you see that picture?
I saw the picture. I love Shane McMahon. Jesus Christ!
I didn't know that was him for a while. Like I was just like, saw it was a meme. It's like, hey, look, there's an old guy. Oh, and Vince McMahon. So then I clicked on the picture. I'm like, who's this old? He looks familiar. And then I just rubbed my chin a little bit, and I was like, just Shane McMahon. And I didn't even know that was him. I was like, what the hell? Shane McMahon, here comes the money. Not anymore. At least Stephanie looks good still.
Oh, absolutely.
Plastic surgery fucked the world.
So, I highly doubt we get Triple H thing. Maybe he'll come back and that Monday night after the Chamber.
Yes.
So I just think they're gonna dedicate 3 matches into
Yeah, because the Elimination Chamber has to go 30 minutes. I don't know. The 6-man tag could go 20.
Cena only got 20 minutes. I don't know about that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Cena needs all the time he can get in the world. But speaking of the 2 men, main evented last pay-per-view and definitely going to main event this pay-per-view. The Rock versus CM Punk. But wait, there's more, folks. Yes, for some reason, if The Rock is disqualified or counted out, he will lose the championship.
Yeah, I think Eric Bischoff made that decision.
It's a funny. I just think it's funny because it's like, it's like. It's like a funny gimmick just because how CM Punk has been as of late, that delusional champion. It just feels like CM Punk feels like it's almost like you feel like CM Punk is the face in this situation and The Rock is the heel, because that's not normally the stipulation they give to the heels that always like get DQ'd, like JBL and Randy Orton in years past. So I just find it funny that it's all topsy turvy. But I feel, and this may surprise most people, I feel CM Punk could actually win this match. I think he has a chance. So
Rock's come back for what? Repeat title?
Well, Rock will be still at Mania.
That's true. But I feel there's one thing about that Punk gets disqualified. Rock gets disqualified, so Punk wins the title, but then Vince comes out and says, "Oh, I'm just kidding," and they have another false finish. I would hate that personally.
I just feel like, okay, in all honesty, we know that The Rock right now, he's not in the best in-ring shape. That is quite obvious because he I'm not gonna lie, Rock versus Punk, it was a pretty good match, but it was not as good as Cena versus Rock. That's for sure. Cena versus Rock was 10 times better than Punk versus Rock. But
do you think 10 times better? I do agree with you, but
at least in this match, The Rock didn't lay down. The Rock just laid down and he's like, "Oh, CM Punk put on the Anaconda Vice 8 times." It's like, what the hell? It's like,
it's true. It did lack some buzz though.
Yeah, I think that this match will definitely be better though, because like now Rock is, because let's not forget, guys, The Rock has never really wrestled anyone with Punk's style. I know everyone's gonna be like, no, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho does not have Punk's style. Jericho. The thing about Jericho was he was wrestling with The Rock style when he would wrestle The Rock, and The Rock he wouldn't wrestle guys like he only wrestled like Eddie Guerrero like 3 times in his career. And he only wrestled like Chris Benoit like a couple times in his career, not even that a lot. So he never really faced a guy that has like Punk's background, Punk's style that he has. So I wouldn't expect The Rock to be like really, really in sync with CM Punk in the ring. Like with Cena, you can understand because obviously Rock has faced like the Hulk Hogans and the Austins and many more brawlers like Triple H. That of course, yeah, he's gonna put on a good match with Cena, but with Punk's style is just way different. Like it's more of a Japanese hybrid type style that most wrestlers don't use. So Rock's not going to be, similar with that. Like for example, if The Rock were to face Samoa Joe in a match, that match would be a really good match. Why? Because Samoa Joe does a lot of stuff that a lot of Samoan wrestlers do, and The Rock's heritage is because of is Samoan. He's a Samoan wrestler. So he's going to know how to work with Samoa Joe. But with CM Punk, it's kind of hard to work that different style for him because he's never really wrestled someone with CM Punk's unique style. So I think
definitely different background.
Yeah, I really think that this match will be a lot better, but because obviously there's reports that the Undertaker himself may not be at Mania.
He looks terrible, by the way. He really looks bad.
Yeah, did you see that picture where he was at the hockey game and
he has bigger man tits than AJ.
Dude, yeah, he has bigger boobs than most of the girls. Like seriously, he does. Like he just looks like out of shape, and then just seeing the gray beard, it's just like I don't even know if I want to. Like I love Taker, but I don't even know if I want him back from Mania.
Yeah, I just think he's retired. Like, what else does he have to prove? Look, the Taker didn't Mania this year. Like, if he just said forget it, or else, like, how can anybody get mad at him? Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't think that he needs to be at Mania. I think he's shown us that he is a very good talent. I think that we should respect his decision, whether he wants to come or not. See, the thing is, I wouldn't mind a triple threat match between Rock versus Punk versus Cena, because if Taker was going to be at this Mania, because then that leaves a gaping fucking hole in your WrestleMania card, because one of those two superstars, Cena or Punk, should be up facing the Undertaker. So I just feel it leaves a gaping hole if Undertaker is showing up. Like, to me personally, if Punk wins the title at Elimination Chamber, it is guaranteed we're not seeing Taker at this year's Mania. I'm guaranteeing that.
Oh, it's 100% agree with you there.
I don't think we're going to see him. But if Punk's...
Triple threat that way.
Yeah, it'll be a triple threat. And because, like I said, it leaves a gaping hole in the Mania card, because who's Taker going to face? Like, Ryback, people have heard that Chris Jericho wants to wrestle him, or, maybe they want him to do this against the Shield. Like, you don't know what they're going to do with Ryback, and Ryback versus Taker. Lesnar is obviously facing our hero, Triple H. He's facing God himself. He's facing the guy who will get revenge for Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels and himself at SummerSlam 2012 that I did not attend for that reason alone.
What about Hunter Hearst Rude?
I wish Hunter Hearst Rude. I wish Helmsley versus Rude was a main event, because I would cry. They would just look at each other and the universe would explode. That's what would happen.
Same spine buster, like, huh?
Yeah, no. Double A spine buster each other. Oh my goodness, that'd be amazing. Rude hits the pedigree. Oh my god. But Triple H, he's going to stay Brock Lesnar. So, like, Undertaker really has no opponent. Like, who would you put against Undertaker? People are like, oh, put Chris Jericho. Yeah, but that doesn't help anyone. Jericho's only there for a limited time. He's not there to say, yeah, man, I'm going to feud with the Undertaker. Like, that doesn't help anyone. Like, Brock Lesnar's just a special attraction. Let me just explain to people, Lesnar is there for special attraction's sake. He's just there for people to say, hey, look, it's fucking Brock Lesnar, former UFC and WWE champion. Let's go to the show. That's all Lesnar's there for. He's not like The Rock, who's supposed to be there and all this other stuff. Like, it's different. Like, Lesnar's a special attraction.
Cash, man. Look at the stats. Like, Extreme Rules and SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly. That's all he is. He's just there to face, like, the big top guys. Like, obviously CM Punk's going to face him probably at the next year's WrestleMania. I'm guessing he is.
Should be awesome.
I think he is. But The Rock, like, if he retains, that obviously means that they're doing twice in a lifetime, and CM Punk versus Undertaker, which I know people are like, oh no, Cena versus Rock. I'm not going to order WrestleMania. I'm not going to watch it. Shut the fuck up. You know you're going to watch WrestleMania. Yeah, it's like, okay, see, the thing about Cena versus Rock, too, that I think most people don't understand, it's just there to get pay-per-view buys, okay? And the whole point of getting the pay-per-view buys is so that way, when people do buy the show to see Cena versus Rock 2, they see all the other superstars, and if they do a good job with promoting all these other superstars, people can say, hey, you know what? Even though I just ordered this just to see the fucking Rock, I really like that CM Punk, or I really, really did like that Kofi Kingston or Cody Rhodes. Like, I had people who actually fell in love with a Zack Ryder because of WrestleMania, because they liked what he did at WrestleMania. I had some people that even liked fuck, what was his name? Kane. Like, some people actually, like, got into Kane because of that. Like, they didn't know who Kane was. They just started to like him, you know. Some people like Sheamus because they saw how badass he looked after pinning Daniel Bryan. Although, to us, stupid move, 18 seconds, to most people that are casuals, they think that's badass if someone can beat someone in 18 seconds like that. You know, it all really, really is part of the process and movement of making a star. So settle down, people. Stop ranting. Stop bitching. Just know it's helping other stars out. Sorry for the brief eruption here. What happened was Alan's computer randomly just shut off on him. I don't know why. It just randomly shut off on him. So he told me to, you know, wrap it up without him. Pretty much he has The Rock retaining, and he pretty much feels that Rock vs. Cena 2 is, you know, not the greatest idea, but it could be, it is beneficial to younger talents, like I was saying earlier. So definitely, I would like to thank Alan for coming once again, doing the show with me. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Remember, like always, you can do, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking the little icon, you know, the Chase Oliver 68 icon with my profile picture and everything. You can click on that, or you can subscribe down below. Comment down below your Elimination Chamber predictions and thoughts of the show itself. I actually think it's going to turn out to be a pretty good show, and I think Alan may think the same thing. I'm not 100% sure if he thinks that it's going to be a good show, but I actually think it's going to be a pretty good show. Like we said, we're excited for the chamber match the most, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, yeah, make sure you guys always check out Alan's stuff. I got all the stuff in the description box. I'll see you all guys tomorrow for my Elimination Chamber review, and I hope to see you guys soon. This is Chase Oliver 68, and for my co-host Alan Stirk, we say peace.